Alright folks, welcome back. This is Nightmare, Twisted Nightmare Gaming. This is going to be episode 1 of the new segment, Bad Deck Ideas. I mean, you could put this deck or most of the very bad decks that I have made over the last few months or years of playing this game, because I do play a lot of trolly bullshit. You can mark it under low tier for life, but for the sake of the segment, we were going to put this under bad deck ideas. Let me just go into a backstory. Going to a local card shop, I think it was back in 2013, 2014. It was shortly after I moved back down to Florida from Virginia. Went over to Cool Stuff over in Maitland, and didn't have any of my actual cards because they were actually at the house I was staying at over in at the time, I think if it was 2013, I was just moving back, so I probably would have been in Mount Dora. But if it was 2014, the beginning of 2014, it would have been when I was living in Apopka. So it's one of those two places. So I went to Cool Stuff. Realized I didn't have any of my cards because I wasn't planning on actually going to Cool Stuff that day. But I went because I was bored, and this is literally a deck of stuff that I randomly found in the trunk of my car. And this is where people can easily say, oh, you don't take care of your cards. Well, when you have 30 copies of this, 5, 15, 20 copies of that, and you keep a specific stack of those sitting somewhere else, those were at home too, and this was stuff that I was trying to trade in that just, wasn't good enough, that didn't make the cut. I said, give me a few minutes, because people wanted me to play, and I literally went to the trunk of my car and grabbed what stuff was sitting in my trunk and built a deck. Alright, so like I said, this is Exo format, beginning of Pendulums. So this format was just really stupid, and this deck was just, the byproduct of me being incredibly random. So let's get into it. Triple Arcana Force 0 the Fool, because defense is funny and Fool is just as equally as funny. Now in this deck, I actually will normal summon him just to see if I can get that effect off of if my opponent targets this card with a spell trap, a monster effect, negated and destroy it. I actually will summon him in attack mode just to be funny, because I do run some cards in here to change his battle position. So double Fader because it's Battle Fader, and again, we like to do defensive trolly shit in here. The Dark Cat with white tail, because why not pop 2 of your cards, put them back in your hand, put this back in my hand, and then reset it just to be funny. Defender, because having a 2700 booty is really funny, and I don't mind you drawing cards if it means you can't really kill him. Double Exploder Dragon. I laugh every time I drop this card on somebody and just let them, and put them in attack mode and let them run into him. It's funny. I'm an asshole, but it's funny. One Magna Drago, just because, it's Magna Drago doing Magna Drago things, because it's Magna Drago. One Penguin Soldier, because I run Penguin Soldiers. Haven't you noticed this already? One Photon Thrasher. Again, I never said the monsters in this were going to be a lot meta relevant, because a lot of the shit was just in my trunk. Yes, it is a proxy because I just ain't had the time to put it in here because I can't find it right now because I think I might have traded it, actually managed to trade it off or sell it, or it got destroyed. One copy of Speedroid Triidites. Because if I can stop some battle damage, I'm going to stop the battle damage for me. Swarm of Scarabs. Swift Scarecrow. It's an old hand trap that just, means I ain't taking no battle damage. But, And then one of my favorite ones, Zero Garda, the walking Waboku himself. One Cyber Dragon. Two Guardian Sphinx because it's me. I like Guardian Sphinx and it's funny. One Karaz, the Light Monarch. One Lava Golem. One Prime Material Dragon. And then the last monster is one copy of Tyrant Dragon. Alright, now to the spells and traps. Book of Life. Haven't you seen the theme yet? I run Book of Life and Book of Eclipse. I run Book of Eclipse in damn near every deck that I put on this channel. I think with the exception of Altergeist and Blue Eyes. But it's in damn near every zombie deck that I have. Twisted had it in one or two of his profiles. We like Book of Eclipse around here. So, yeah. Current running theme. One copy of Clock Tower Prison. One Designated Hitter. Double Ekibiel Drakmord. Double MST. Double Scapegoat. Double Swords. Because, not taking damage and not having my opponent attack me, OTK me, is, quite viable. That's it for the spells. On to the traps. One Curse of Anubis. Because, again, if I can put your shit in defense and then run over it with Tyrant, it's going to be hilarious. My trademark, Double Dark Bride. One Dust Tornado. One Nightmare Wheel. 3 copies of a card that probably no one has ever run in their life. Triple Nitwit Outwit. I'll actually read Nitwit Outwit if you don't know what it is. Discard one monster. Target one face-up monster on the field. It loses attack equal to the discarded monster's original attack. Quick way, if say this is dead in my hand, discard that. Target one of their monsters. Most of their monsters probably aren't running anything over probably right around that 3K mark. So now it's sitting at 100. No entry. Thunder Ruler. Triggered Summon. And Waboku. I don't run an extra deck for this deck. Well, that was kind of obvious, seeing as how at the time all of my extra deck cards were probably sitting at home when I made this monstrosity of bullshit. And yeah, this deck is fun. It's aggravating on both ends, and it's very trolly. But like I said, I never said the deck was good for most people. If you play my playstyle, then you'd understand why this deck was actually really fun to play against people in a tournament just to be stupid. This is a deck that you would take into a tournament not expecting to win, but expecting to mess with people because they would probably never expect 90% of the shit in this deck coming. So that's it for the main. Like I said, there is no extra deck because I didn't have one at the time, and logically speaking, why would I change that now? Couple of updates, because I thought it would be more appropriate to do the updates on this episode of this new this little mini series that we're gonna do called Bad Deck Ideas. So be on the lookout for more Low Tier for Life. Episode 2 is gonna be something that you would probably more expect me to do, but I'm still going to profile it. The extra deck for that deck is absolutely stupid. It makes absolutely no sense. This deck really shouldn't work, but in playtesting I found out that it kind of does. And I can literally keep it to just the main deck if I really want to, and the deck would be perfectly fine. Having an extra deck for it is just makes it that much funnier. But again, the deck is really freaking bad. And then I will be profiling one of my friends' favorite decks. Something that most people don't profile nowadays, because it's fallen out of relevance. But then again, a lot of decks that are profiled on here are fallen out of relevance. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can hit me up on my Twitter account, TNG_Nightmare. You can hit Twisted Up on Shadow Ace 2552. Hit us up on Twisted Nightmare Gaming on our Twisted Nightmare Gaming Twitter account, which is twisted with everything except for the word games. There are no vowels, so Twisted_Night_games. Instagram, it would be Twisted, everything spelled out, Twisted_Nightmare_gaming. And then for the Facebook page, it's Twisted Nightmare Gaming. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell 3 times for all, to receive all the notifications. This is Nightmare, signing off.